On the 27th of January 1858, the last emperor of Hindustan was brought to the hall of private audience as a prisoner. The same hall where his forefathers had sat upon the bejeweled peacock throne. After being kept waiting for an hour and a half, the emperor was produced before the military tribunal. On the 9th of March 1858, he heard the sentence.
The court is of the opinion that on the evidence presented before it, prisoner Bahadur Shah Zafar has been proved guilty of all charges laid against him, and therefore sentences him to imprisonment for life.
On the 6th of November 1858, Bahadur Shah was taken to Calcutta, and from Calcutta sent on to Rangoon. And so the great dynasty of Babur, Akbar and Shah Jahan came to an end. By the time the 19th century came to a close, the spirit of rebellion had spread across the land. At the beginning of this century, Bankim Chandra Chatterjee of Bengal sang India's first song of freedom. In the south, people were singing the songs of freedom composed by Waterfall. Muhammad Iqbal of the Punjab also raised his voice in fervent praise of his country. The first 20 years of the present century were not yet over when a new light erupted from the heart of India. This was Mohandas Karamchand Gandhi. Along with Mahatma Gandhi rose millions of others, and our fight for freedom entered a new phase. Mahatma Gandhi's voice beckoned these people onward.
We may belong to any religion, but we belong to India. And if we all fight together, no power can keep us under subjugation.
The masses of India joined the struggle for freedom. The British Empire began to prepare to its fall. In the autumn of 1939 began the Second World War. India was dragged into it. Our leaders protested, but their protests were in vain. At last, on the 9th of August 1942, Gandhiji said in clear terms what had been in the hearts of all Indians. He told the British, "Quit India." At this very time, from the shores of India, Indian soldiers captured by the Japanese banded themselves together to form an army of liberation. Its commander was Subhash Chandra Bose.
Freedom has only one condition, namely that the British and their allies must quit India for good. And those who really want liberty must fight for it and pay for it with their own blood. We must march forward and forward till victory is achieved and freedom won. Inkilab Zindabad. Azad Hind Zindabad.
The Indian National Army marched up to our eastern frontiers. "60,000 soldiers of the Indian National Army fell prisoner to the English. Amongst them were 3 officers, a Hindu, a Muslim and a Sikh. All 3 were locked up in a cell in this fort. On the 5th of November 1945, the 3 officers were brought up for court-martial before a court consisting of 7 British officers. The defense was conducted by a team of eminent lawyers consisting of Mr. Bhulabhai Desai, Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru and others. After the prosecution had finished its case, the accused made their statements. Captain Shah Nawaz was the first to address the court.
The question before me was the king of the country. I decided to be loyal to my country and took a pledge to sacrifice my everything for her sake, my home, my family and its traditions.
Captain Sehgal, do you wish to say anything in your defense?
Yes, sir. I deny being guilty of any of the offenses with which I have been charged. Every one of us has a satisfaction that the Indian National Army fully accomplished its objectives. It protected Indian life, property and honor in Malaya, Burma and other parts of Southeast Asia against all aggressors.
Lieutenant Gurbat Singh Dillon, do you wish to say anything in your defense?
Yes, sir. I was in the Indian Military Academy, Dehradun. I read, written in block letters of gold, the honor, welfare and safety of your country come first, always and every time. It was with this motto in front of me that I served my country as an officer in the Indian Army.
Very well. The court has carefully considered the evidence produced and the statements made by you. It has come to the conclusion that all 3 of you are guilty of the charges of waging war against the king. We therefore sentence all 3 of you to transportation for life.
The sentence was later set aside, but the 3 officers were dismissed from the army. The freedom movement continued to gather momentum. It was said that the sun would never set on the British Empire. Now it did begin to set. A few months later came the general elections, and the nationalists won a spectacular victory at the polls. The British realized their days were over. On the 15th of August 1947, the government of Hindustan came into the hands of the Indians. The first Prime Minister of independent India, Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru, came to the Red Fort. From all parts of our land, hundreds and thousands of men and women came to see their beloved leader and hear his words. His message was broadcast to all the world.
Fellow countrymen, it has been my privilege to serve India and the cause of India's freedom for many years. Today, I address you for the first time officially as the first servant of the Indian people, pledged to their service and their betterment. I am here because you willed it so, and I remain here so long as you choose to honor me with your confidence. We are a free and sovereign people today, and we have rid ourselves of the burden of the past. We look at the world with clear and friendly eyes, and at the future with faith and confidence.
जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता।